Hello, good morning students. This is Neha Jain from Shiv Jyoti Educational Group. Today we'll start with the new chapter number 6, Triangle and its property. Before starting with the chapter, we should know what is a triangle. A triangle is a simple closed polygon which is made up of 3 line segments. A triangle has 3 sides, 3 vertices and 3 angles. So children, triangle is having 3 sides, 3 angles and 3 vertices. For example, in triangle ABC, vertices are ABC, sides are AB, BC and CA. Angles are angle ABC, BCA and CAB. This can be also be called as angle A, angle B and angle C. Now, as you know children, what is the difference between the obtuse angle and the acute angle? Obtuse angle is an angle which is greater than 90 degree and acute angle is an angle which is less than 90 degree. Similarly, there is an obtuse angled triangle. Obtuse angled triangle is a triangle that has one of its angle larger than 90 degree. You can see the figure over here. Similarly, acute angled triangle, a triangle which has all the 3 angles less than 90 degree is known as acute angled triangle. Now, medians of a triangle. As the name specifies, medians mean the midpoint. So, we are just talking about now the medians of a triangle, that is the line segment joining a vertex of a triangle to the midpoint of its opposite side is called a median of a triangle. A triangle has 3 medians. You can just have a view over the figure over here. Triangle ABC is given and a line segment joining a vertex of a triangle to the midpoint of its opposite sides. So, you can see that A is a vertex and line segment AD is joining the opposite side BC. So, AD is a median. Similarly, CF is a line segment on the opposite side AB and BE is the line segment on the opposite side AC. So, AD, CF and BE are the medians of a triangle. So, what are medians? That is a line segment joining a vertex of the triangle to the opposite side is known as the median. There are 3 medians. Now, the next topic is altitudes of a triangle. As what do you mean by the altitudes? Altitudes means the perpendicular. So, what are the altitudes of the triangle? The perpendicular line segment from a vertex of a triangle to its opposite side is called an altitude of the triangle. A triangle has 3 altitudes. So, just see the figure children. It is a triangle ABC and in this there are 3 altitudes, that is the perpendicular line segment. You can see the vertex A and AD is a perpendicular line segment to the opposite side BC. Similarly, BE is the perpendicular line segment to the opposite side CA and CF is the perpendicular line segment to the opposite side AB. So, altitudes of a triangle are it is a perpendicular line segment from the vertex of a triangle to the opposite side is called the altitude of a triangle. In any triangle, there are 3 altitudes. Now, exterior angle of a triangle. As the word specifies, exterior means outside and interior means inside. So, what is the exterior angle of a triangle? An exterior angle of a triangle is formed when a side of a triangle is produced. Means when the side of the triangle is extended. At each vertex we have two ways of forming an exterior angle. Just see the figure. This is a triangle ABC and you can see that BC is produced to point D and ACD is the exterior angle in this figure. So exterior angle is formed when the side of the triangle is produced. Now what is the exterior angle property? The measure of any exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the measures of its interior opposite angles. What is the exterior angle property states? That an exterior angle is equal to the sum of the measures of the interior opposite angles. Just see the figure. This is the triangle ABC and side BC is produced to D and ACD is the exterior angle. So as per the property, angle ACD is equals to the sum of the measure of the interior opposite angles. So the interior opposite angles are angles A and angle B. So angle ACD is equals to angle A plus angle B. Now just see children, exterior angle theorem. The measure of an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the measures of its remote interior angles. Just see the word remote is used here. Why remote? You can say that in this figure, see the figure over here, there are three interior angles, that is angle 1, angle 2 and angle 3 are interior angles, and as per the property of the exterior angle is equals to the sum of the remote interior angles. Remote interior angles means the opposite angles. Angle 3 is not opposite angles. Which angle is opposite to angle 4? That is angle 1 and angle 2. So measure of angle 4 is equals to measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2. Now just see the figure over here. I will explain this theorem with the help of an example on a board. Now just see children, exterior angle theorem. The measure of an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the measures of its remote interior angles. As per the figure over here, angle 4 is equals to angle 1 plus angle 2. See the example. Here the measure of exterior angle is equals to 120 degree and the measure of interior opposite angles is 50 degree and 70 degree. So as per their theorem, exterior angle is equals to sum of the interior opposite angles. So 120 degree is equals to 50 degree plus 70 degree, which is equals to 120 degree. Now just see more examples on the PPT. See the question over here. Find the value of the unknown exterior angle x in the following diagrams. So children, figure is given to you and you have to find the unknown exterior angle x. So see the figure. In this question, this is the exterior angle x and the interior angles are 70 degree and 50 degree. So as per the statement of the exterior angle property, sum of interior opposite angles is equals to the exterior angle. So 50 degree plus 70 degree is equals to x. So x is equals to 120 degree. See one more example. In this figure, this is the exterior angle x and the interior opposite angles are 45 degree and 65 degree and 45 degree. Again the same thing. So exterior angle is equals to sum of interior opposite angles. So x is equals to 65 degree plus 45 degree. So x is equals to 110 degree. I hope children you are able to understand. Now just see the next property of the triangle, that is angle sum of a triangle or angle sum property of a triangle. In any triangle, the measure of sum of all the angles of a triangle is equals to 180 degree. In any of the triangles, whether it is an equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, scalene triangle or right angle triangle, measure of all the angles of the triangle is always 180 degree. I will just show you on the board how to do. So children, in case of angle sum property of a triangle, the sum of all the angles of the triangle is 180 degree. Now just see some example of triangles over here. This is an equilateral triangle. As you know, in the case of equilateral triangle, all the three angles and all the three sides are equal. So just see, all the three angles are of measure 60 degree. So 60 degree plus 60 degree plus 60 degree, which is equals to 180 degree. In a similar manner, if you are just considering isosceles triangle, as you know, in case of isosceles triangle, all two base angles and the two sides are equal. In this case also, the sum of the measures of all the angles is 180 degree. So 65 degree plus 65 degree plus 50 degree, which is also equals to 180 degree. In the similar manner, in the case of scalene triangle, where no sides and no angles are equal, but still the measures of all the three angles is equals to 180 degree. So just see, 40 degree plus 120 degree plus 20 degree, which is also equals to 180 degree. In the similar manner, if we are just considering the right angle triangle, in case of right angle triangle, one of the angle is 90 degree, and if we are just measuring the sum of all these three angles of the right angle triangle, it will still come 180 degree. So 90 degree plus 60 degree plus 30 degree, which is also equals to 180 degree. Is it clear, students? This is the angle sum property of the triangle. Now just go to the next topic. Now just see some examples of the angle sum property of a triangle. Just see the question over here. Find the value of the unknown x in the following diagrams. You have to find the value of the unknown angle x. Just see the figure over here. The measures of the two angles are 50 degree and 60 degree, and you have to find the measure of angle x. So by angle sum property of a triangle, angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equals to 180 degree. So x plus 50 degree plus 60 degree is equals to 180 degree. So x is equals to 180 degree minus 110 degree. So x is equals to 70 degree. In the similar manner, children, you can just solve the other two questions. Now just see the next question. Find the values of the unknowns x and y in the following diagrams. In this, children, there are two unknown values and you have to determine the two unknown values. So see the figure over here. This is the figure. You can see x and y are the unknown variables and you have to find the measure of these two angles. Given angles are 50 degree and 120 degree. You can see that 120 degree is the exterior angle. So by using the property of linear pair, you have already studied in the previous chapter, that is the lines and angles. That is the sum of the two adjacent angle is equals to 180 degree if it is forming a straight line. So y is equals to 180 degree minus 120 degree, because y plus 120 degree is equals to 180 degree as it is forming a linear pair. So y is equals to 180 degree minus 120 degree. So y is equals to 60 degree. So you have got the value of y. Now you have to determine the value of x. That means now you are having two measurements of angles, that is 50 degree and 60 degree, and x is unknown. So by using the angle sum property of a triangle, x plus 50 degree plus 60 degree is equals to 180 degree. So x plus 50 degree plus 60 is equals to 180 degree. So x is equals to 180 degree minus 110 degree. So x is equals to 70 degree. So value of x and y are x is equals to 70 degree and y is equals to 60 degree. Now these examples you can practice by your own, children. Again the two values you have to find, so you can just practice by your own in the similar manner by applying the properties. Now classification of triangles according to their sides. Now how to classify triangles according to their sides? Equilateral triangle, a triangle that has all three sides of equal length is known as equilateral triangle. All equilateral triangles are equiangular triangles. So children, in case of equilateral triangle, all the three angles as well as all the three sides of the triangle are equal. Now isosceles triangle, a triangle in which two sides are equal in length is said to be an isosceles triangle. So in case of isosceles triangle, the two sides of the triangle are equal as well as the base angles are also equal. Next is the scalene triangle, a triangle which has no equal sides and no equal angles is known as scalene triangle. So in case of a scalene triangle, no sides and no angles are equal. Now just see, children, relation between the sides of a triangle. There is one property that sum of any two sides of a triangle is always greater than the third side. Suppose three sides have been given to you and you have been asked that whether these are the sides of the triangle or not. So how you will find it out? By applying the property that sum of the two sides of a triangle is always greater than the third side. So just see the children example over here. You can see the triangle ABC. AB is equals to 5 centimeter, BC is equals to 6 centimeter and CA is equals to 7 centimeter. Now what I am saying, that sum of two sides is always greater than the third side. So just see sum of the two sides. AB plus BC. AB is equals to 5 centimeter and BC is equals to 6 centimeter. So 5 plus 6 is equals to 11 and 11 is greater than 7. So AB plus BC is greater than CA. Similarly, we can check for the another sides, that is BC plus CA, that is 6 plus 7 is equals to 13 and 13 is greater than 5. So BC plus CA is greater than AB. Similarly, CA plus AB. CA is equals to 7 centimeter and AB is equals to 5 centimeter. So 7 plus 5 is equals to 12 and 12 is greater than 6. So CA plus AB is greater than BC. If all these conditions fulfill, then we can say yes, these are the sides of the triangle. Now right angle triangle. What is a right angle? That is the measure of angle is 90 degree. If we are just talking about the right angle triangle, then right angle triangle is a triangle with one of its angle equal to 90 degree. Means in case of right angle triangle, one angle will be 90 degree. Now the most important, that is the Pythagoras theorem. What is the statement of the Pythagoras theorem? Pythagoras theorem states that in any right angled triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square on the other two sides. The hypotenuse is the largest side and is always opposite to the right angle. Just have a view over the figure over here. This is the right angle triangle. This is the measure is 90 degree, and C, the side C is known as the hypotenuse, which is the longest side of the right angle triangle, and A is the perpendicular and B is the base. So as per the statement of Pythagoras theorem, the square of the hypotenuse is equals to the square of the sum of its opposite sides. So C square is equals to A square plus B square. Now this is the example of Pythagoras theorem over here. C is equals to hypotenuse, that is known as the sloping side, perpendicular, that is known as the altitude, and B is the bottom base. Now I will just explain you the example of Pythagoras theorem on the board. So children, just see the example of Pythagoras theorem. You can see the right angle triangle over here. Hypotenuse C is equals to 10 centimeter, A is equals to 6 and B is equals to 8. So as per the statement of the Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse is equal, square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of its opposite sides, that is the perpendicular square plus square of base. So this is the hypotenuse, A is perpendicular and B is base. So putting up the values as per the statement, C is equals to 10, that is C square is equals to perpendicular square, which is equals to A square plus base square, which is equals to B square. Value of C is 10, so 10 square, A square, which is equals to 6 square plus base square, which is 8 square. 10 square is 10 into 10, which is equals to 100. 6 square, that is 6 into 6, which is 36 plus 8 into 8, square of 8 is 8 into 8 is 64. So when you are adding 36 plus 64, which is equals to 100. So in case of Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. So I hope children that you understand this example well. Similarly, you can solve this example given on this slide. Now, thank you children for watching. Stay healthy, stay safe.